Today is a good day to dunk on Disney. Not only did they lose the Oscar 3 years in a row, the latest being lost to a movie made entirely on open source software, a lot of people feel that they've lost their edge, their magic. Whatever made Disney, well, Disney, especially for the past 10 years or so that they've been pushing out live action movie after live action movie. A cute alien on a summer vacation? Live action. An ungrateful fish that talks to seafood? Live action. A frickin' puppet that listens to bugs? Live action. Some of these movies don't even have any real elements in them. Mufasa pulled the same crap that the Lion King remake did and made everything hyper-realistic 3D. I'm tired of looking into Pumbaa's dead eyes. I need Disney to understand that Mufasa's death in the animated movie was heartbreaking, but the remake just made me feel bad watching a realistic lion die. As long as Disney has older movies to remake, they're gonna remake them because they're making stupid money with those movies. But despite all that, Disney has given us timeless classics like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Sword in the Stone, Chicken Little, and with those classics came a lot of kids' dress-up dreams, Disney princesses. They're elegant, beautiful, and often short a parent or two. So today I'm gonna try drawing some of Disney's princesses from memory. And here are the princesses that I'm gonna be drawing. It seems only fitting to start off with the star of Disney's newest box office disaster, Snow White. I haven't seen the new movie for multiple reasons, one of them being a certain gal in the movie.
Kal-El, no!
Kal-El, yes! The woman can't act to save her own life and is a real-life evil witch. Also, have you seen those dwarves? If not, do you miss the person you were 10 seconds before seeing them? So no, I won't be drawing the new version of Snow White. I'm sticking to the original 1937 version that wasn't problematic in any way at all. I want to say that I remember what her face looked like, but I don't. I do remember her having small, beady eyes that looked like they haven't had a minute's sleep in the past 18 years. What a gorgeous, heartwarming smile. Starting to look like Snow White in the 7 Years of Rehab. Maybe the dwarves were describing her when they sang Hi-ho! She definitely had dark black hair, very much similar to our glam icon, Lord Fishbach. I've always found the story of Snow White to be quite disturbing, and I mean the Disney version, not even talking about the messed up original story by the Brothers Grimm. An old lady asks her possessed home decor if she's prettier than a literal 14-year-old girl, tries to kill her, only for the girl to be rescued by an idiot that thinks consent is a French pastry. She did wear a floofy yellow dress, right? Now you might think she's pointing at the evil queen's saggy apples, but she's actually more sane than that. She's just talking to a bird.
Do you know why Daddy threw me at the wall before leaving?
Ah yes, she's got the complexion of a used napkin. Looks like the dwarves didn't even have a bathroom based on how yellow her dress is. Doesn't she look gorgeous? With a face like that, I'm sure all the forest critters went extinct. And now for the grand reveal. I mean, am I that far off? Yeah, sure, my version looks like she sells drugs to herself behind the castle walls, but come on! She's definitely hiding something with that overly innocent pose. There were probably 8 dwarves before she killed one off to send a message.
There's room for 7 more if I don't get what I want.
Come to think of it, I don't even remember the names of the dwarves. I'm gonna call them Humpy, Dumpy, Loopy, Poopy, Lusty, Legal, and Bitch Lips. Alright, let's move on to the next princess. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair! Sorry, I thought you said Ford F-150 Raptor. Ah yes, one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. Tangled. Oh, you know what that sound means, right? Of course you do! It's Ryan's Fun Fact Corner! Back before the live-action Aladdin movie came out, there was an open online audition for the role of Aladdin, and I sent in a video of me singing I've Got a Dream from Tangled. That's how much I love that movie. And I'm sure you all realized I got the part. Seriously though, developing Rapunzel's hair for this movie was a huge technical achievement. The team had Disney legend Glenn Keane create a hair Bible that had a bunch of drawings of how hair would flow and move, which eventually led to a bunch of programmers developing software called Dynamic Wires that basically created new physics for Rapunzel's hair. If you ask me, they should have made her bald and had Mother Gothel spit shine her head to gain powers. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what Rapunzel looks like. This should be pretty straightforward. Never mind! I feel like if you spend your whole life trapped in a tower with your only friends being a chameleon and a mom that won't age, you're bound to become unhinged. I don't remember her wearing anything that special, so let's add in her trusty bonk pan and her pet chameleon, Pascal, who's unnecessarily French. Time to add had her signature blonde hair. Not a lot going on for her when it comes to colors. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the only dress she owned. And from what I could tell, I don't remember seeing a shower or a bathtub in her tower. This girl stinks! I always thought it was weird that the king never considered looking for his long-lost daughter in the only freaking tower in the middle of the forest.
I've searched the land far and wide, but I am yet to find my daughter.
Your Grace, have you considered looking for her in the weird tower over there?
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I mean, you can't tell me that that's not Rapunzel, right? But let's see what the Disney version looks like. I mean, come on! She looks just like her! I got like 90% of her right. Sure, I missed all the details in her dress and the fact that it's more purple than pink, but this is definitely a win for me. Well, that was encouraging. Let's keep on going.
Can I say except
Moana, the epic sci-fi thriller that's getting a live-action movie for some reason, with songs composed by a guy with 3 first names, Lin-Manuel Miranda. This was before Disney decided that he was the only composer in Hollywood ever. I love this movie. Sure, I'm not a big fan of The Boulder or the second movie, but this one, it's a good time. Now, some people might argue that Moana isn't actually a princess, and they'd be wrong. I mean, Maui explains how she's a princess in the movie itself, starting to look a bit like Stewie Griffin. I do remember that at one moment she was wearing like a leaf crown or something. Then again, I might be just mistaking her for Julius Caesar. Man, I'd love to see a Disney version of the story of Julius.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Curly, hairy, girly, whirly, dirty, sweaty, birdie, girly, dirty.
Now you might think that she's holding a small pig. And you'd be right, well done. I have no idea what her pet pig looks like, or even what it's called. Piglet? Waddles? Kevin Bacon? Did she have a skirt on? Or was it a dress? I definitely remember her wearing a tube top. You know, the one she got from the H&M that they have on Montanui. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore, my guy. Did she wear a tree leaf skirt? I feel like she didn't, but we're going with it anyway. Since I have the pig with her, it only makes sense to add her other sidekick, Hey. I love this face. You have the pig over here dissociating and the chicken is having an existential crisis. You know, actually, there. Now it has a legit reason for screaming and you should be screaming too. I don't know about you folks, but I think this is pretty damn accurate to the original design. Apart from the pig TM that has absolutely nothing to do with the one in the movie, I'm sure about that. But we won't know 100% until we see the real Moana next to her. How did I get every single thing wrong about her? Like everything! Hair, check. Outfit, check. Pig, check. The only thing that I kinda got right, and I'm being generous here, is Hey. And I mean only the vibe is right. My version looks way off. This is the definition of I wanna watch Moana, and mom going, we have Moana at home. Well, I got too cocky and thought I could get it right. Maybe I can redeem myself with the next princess. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. One of the most underrated Disney movies in my opinion. Right next to Treasure Planet and Emperor's New Groove. I was obsessed with this movie growing up, and I'm sure you can see some of the reasons why. I mean, an entire language was created just for this movie. You gotta give it some love at least for that. A lot of people didn't care for the character designs and art style of this movie, but this movie came out in 2001, back when Disney was experimenting and trying out new ideas, instead of just recycling old IPs and slapping a live-action sticker on it and going, here's a brand new movie, idiot, now give me money. Well, we all know who the star of the movie is. Moliere. I remember Kida having a lot of angles in her design, like a sharp jaw, sharp nose, sharp eyes. I feel like I'm basically drawing Adam Driver. Everything! I bake beans. Ah, yes. The most elegant of body types. Doritos chips. She was definitely holding a spear for most of the movie, or I might be thinking of another ripped ancient person of royalty. Oh, damn, she looks nothing like Kida from my dreams. You know, the one that tells me she's proud of me, but she's speaking in Atlantean, so I just wake up confused. Well, it's not getting any better than this. Let's rip the band-aid off and see what the real Kida looks like. Oh my god, I messed her up so bad. I'm sorry, Kida. You did not deserve this. The only thing I got right was her hair color, and that's it. This is Timu Kida right here. Oh, you wanted a gorgeous warrior princess that knows at least 3 languages? How about a repurposed broomstick with legs instead? Well, at least that wasn't a complete disaster. I did get Rapunzel pretty accurately, despite what common sense would tell you.
Huh?